The latest stream in the West. Now, okay. I had an idea of what I wanted to do. We got a couple things we need to get for the journal. We're going to do that first. And I marked them on the map. Now we just have to figure out how to get out of here. Probably should have figured that out. Oh, here we go. You okay there? Hallowed land, tune, gods. Oh. Just makes you re-enter. So that's the dreams then. Maybe as I complete more things, more stuff will be said. Anyway, we're in the junk pit. So gotta schmooze on out of here. Yeah, this is like a secret path of the back to the fungal waste, wasn't it? Probably build up some soul. I'm gonna need it for farming one of the bestiary things. See, with where we are now, let's go straight to the right. I think that's the fastest way to get out of here. Just have to dash. Ooh, essence. Here we are. King Station. Exactly where we need to be. Might as well equip what I need for this whole thing. So let's see. We need that. We basically need, like, stuff that gives us better soul recovery. Although I guess maybe there isn't really much. Drain the soul of despair and use it to give birth to hatchlings. That is the opposite of what we want. I'll just throw that on, why not? And that. Back to dirt, mouth friend. first one is relatively close, but it is an RNG. We basically just need to go back and forth here, jumping back down, doing this. Till certain enemy spawns. I believe it's a 2% chance. It says the sign has to be broken, I think, and I believe that's a sign, right? While I recover soul, I can double check the whole thing. Let's see, it's not Godhome, it was the Mender bug. Yeah, you just have to leave and to spawn, the following condition must be met. The sign at the entrance must be destroyed, and Knight must leave and re-enter the room. And there's also a little extra thing after we kill him. But yeah, to kill him, enter the crossroads from Dirt Mouth using Desolate Dive or Dark Descending. Destroys the sign. And if he spawned, it destroys the Bender bug. 2 for 1. But yeah, it's a 2% chance, so you just have to keep doing it until he actually spawns. Nope. Let's see. Menderbug percent on speedrun.com. You just gotta keep doing it. At least the other one isn't RNG, I just missed the entry thing. Wow, this is boring. Hmm. Yeah, this... It does... You can apparently find it after it's been infected. You just have to keep doing it. And just destroying that sign satisfies the condition. We just have been unlucky. Could you imagine if that was the time he spawned and I wouldn't be able to kill him there? So how quickly does it recover? Because I wasn't really paying much attention. Wow, that's actually really quick. Should've kept like a counter or something. How long have we been farming this for already? It's been a minute. RNG encounters were truly the best gaming mechanic of all time. Hey, got him! Poor dude. Alright, now to get the Last remaining entry. Keep going down. Ooh. Oh, I missed this. Inspect. A fossilized dome wedged into the rock. We have now completed the bestiary. I think. We should go and talk to the dude. See if he has anything new to say. See. We can also read up on all of our lore. Alright, so... Beast is there, but we need to go over here first. Let's do that. Actually, I think the fastest way is probably go to Dirtmouth and fast travel there. Actually, real fastest way. Yeah. What did I have on? Cost 2. Damn. All right. This is secret. Dear, dear diary, isn't life just the most beautiful thing? Fixing signs, mending posts. Let them break, I say. I'm a better mender for all that repairing. I sometimes doubt there's a single bug in Hollow Nest happier than me. Hello again, diary. Not long now to the next Mender Bash. For stealthy types, we're a riotous bunch when we get together. And Menderberry kept flashing me that smile. Might be time to muster my courage and act on it. I love my home and my life, but sharing it with another, why, that'd be the berry on top. My lovely diary. Someone's gone and broke my favorite sign. Right there at the top of the crossroads. Keeps happening, too. But you know, I just can't get mad about it. I should be thanking them, really. More chances to fix that beautiful, complex sign. And I stocked up on spare parts, so I've no fear it'll ever stay broken for long. Rip. He didn't deserve it. But we do what we do for the bestiary. No mercy to anyone. Alright. So now let's go visit the beast. Let's see. Yeah, let's just go to Green Path. You don't use any benches. You don't need to. This way you can also fast travel back there. Let's see, I think the best way is to go straight down. I should read the dude's journal in front of him while we're at it. Gotta go above. Yeah, I gotta go above. Hey dude, I've been doing a lot of work. Aha! Your journal grows fat and full. Only those last few rare beasts remain left to stock. Search the kingdom's corners, complete the journal, earn your well-deserved reward. Oh. And now I'm missing, the 159th, I guess? Cool. I guess that means it's time to go back through... It's time to go back through it and, keep going along the stuff that I missed. Alright. Enemy list. Feels like an enemy checklist, I believe. Yeah, here we are. I believe this is all in order. Yeah, here. We got Godhome, Husk, Hornhead, Leaping Husk, Husk Bully, Husk Warrior, Husk Guard. Entombed Husk is not listed on this guide here. Okay. False Knight, Maggot, Manderbug, Balder, and Elder Balder. This thing isn't accurate, is it? Okay, let's go to the wiki. The wiki's probably good enough. Yeah, it looks like this one is actually in order properly. Alright. Life Seed, Balder, Elder Balder, Moss Creep, Moss Fly, Mosskin, Multi-Mosskin, Wool Eater, Squit, Obble, Gullica, Mask Fly, Moss Charger, Massive Moss Charger, Moss Knight, Mossy Vagabond, Durandoo, Duranda, Aluba, Charged Lumafly. Scroll down. Uma, Umu. Bloom, Fungling, Fungoon, Sporg. Fungified Husk, Shrimling, Shrimmel Warrior, Shrimmel Ogre, Mantis Youth, Mantis Warrior, Mantis Lords, Husk Sentry, Heavy Sentry, Wing Sentry. Keep going. Mistake, Folly. Scroll down. Twister, Warrior. Keep going. Gorgeous Husk. Watcher Knight, the Collector, Bellfly. Sack, Doom Defender, Fly, Lukman. Oh, this must be outside of the base game. Well, I guess it is part of Godhome DLC, because the next one on the list is Flukmarm. Let's see, Shardmite, going back. I guess I'll know whether or not it's DLC, right? Crystal Hunt. Crystal Hunter, Crystal Crawler, Miner, Husk, Crystal Guardian, Vengefly, Guzzler, Husk. Also Husk. I think I'm missing the Garpede. Yes, I am. Alright. Garpede. Guessing it's this Garpede corpse. Yep. Okay then. Garpede's journal entry location. Sweet. Alright, let's see. So we gotta go... Deep Nest, and it's located... right there-ish. So we gotta go back to the palace grounds. Which is why we had that save point. This should be easy to get. Just didn't get the location. Do Deep Nest, please. Yeah. We ride. And we get off. Seems easy enough to find, relatively close. Secret. The corpse of a Garpede. Achievement unlocked. Keen Hunter. And now we need to get our reward by going back to Green Path. We take the fastest route back. Then we'll read the journal in front of him. And all the new updates we get while doing Godhome, we'll read those as we get them. I like reading the little bits of lore. Even though most of it's probably going to be inconsequential. Like making sure all those little details are seen by at least somebody. Even though I know hundreds before me have done it. Possibly even thousands. I have come for my reward. Your journal. Let me see it. Yes. Yes, the hunter journal is complete. You have proven yourself a true hunter, a master of killing. And so, with great pleasure, I will give you the reward you deserve. Ready to receive reward? Is it a fight? It's a fight. Alrighty then. Oh. Thank you. Taken the hunter's mark. A mark of honor belonging to a true hunter. The mark will be kept in the hunter's journal. True hunter. You have my mark, and you shall be recognized as one of my rare caste. Fellow hunter, I have nothing else to give you. You are a freaky skeletal boy. I can't see into his mind. Well, shall I read his journal to him then? We'll start from all the way up to the top. 159 entries. It's a good reminisce of the times we've had over our 30 hours so far journey. The Crawlid. Timid scavenger that crawls through the caverns looking for food. Dull and pathetic, hardly worth killing. Vengefly. Flying predator that pursues its prey relentlessly. This fierce little hunter will bravely chase down creatures many times its size. Admirable. It is weak, though, and I have devoured hundreds of them with little effort or care. Vengefly King. Patriarch of a Vengefly colony, swoops at intruders and cries out for reinforcements if threatened. A filthy creature that is happy to chew on any old thing it finds discarded on the cavern floor. When it knows there's a threat, it will annoyingly scream and shriek, so kill it swiftly. Bruiser. Simple-minded creature that haphazardly buzzes around, bumping into things. They only seem dimly aware of their surroundings, making them easy prey to cut your fangs on. What is it that guides them on their paths? It almost seems like they search for ways to die. Gru's Mother. A mature gruiser that carries its young in its belly, attacks by hurling its huge body around. Bizarrely, this creature does not lay eggs, but instead carries its young inside of its fat stomach. This strange practice seems to exhaust the creature, making it sleepy and vulnerable. Take advantage. Tick-Tick. Uses its small, sharp claws to climb along walls and roofs. spends its time tapping away through the roads and caverns near the surface of this kingdom. If you're patient, you can wait for it to come to you and pick it off. Aspid Hunter bests its prey by spitting corrosive liquid, often hunts in packs. Cunning predators that will try to pick you off from a distance. Don't give them any space, just charge in and cut them down. You'll find they're not so cunning once they're dead. Aspid Mother carries the eggs of its young inside its belly, can hatch and birth its young as needed to deal with intruders. Shamelessly uses its own young as a weapon against its foes. Appalling, yes, but I do admire its resourcefulness. Good hunters do not always make good parents. Aspid Hatchling. Recently birthed, these young aspid instinctively swarm around intruders. These hatchlings are born with an instinct to kill. They're still only infants, though, and you can crush them between your fangs without thinking. Just don't let them overwhelm you with numbers. Godhome. Thickly armored. It bursts from the ground to seize prey in its fangs. These brutes seem to be impervious to most damage, so you can sharpen your weapons on their thick hide or just slash away at them for your own amusement. They barely seem to notice. Wandering Husk. Also, they have, like, 2 mouths. Wandering Husk. The remains of a bug animated by a strange force. Wanders the roads where it once lived. These civilized bugs of hollowness were weak in life, and now they are equally weak in death. Send them back to the dirt they were born in. Husk Hornhead. The remains of a bug animated by a strange force. Uses its horn to attack any uninfected creature it finds. These bugs have an arrogant air about them, even after dying. Overly proud of their long horns. I enjoy snapping them off. Leaping Husk. The remains of a bug animated by a strange force will instinctively leap at uninfected creatures to attack them. The bugs of old Halness did not hunt their own food. They had brought it to them. That is why they were so weak. That's why their kingdom crumbled into dust and faded away. Husk Bully. The remains of a bug animated by a strange force that aggressively attacks any unaffected creature it finds. A thick orange mist fills these walking corpses. It has a sweet, sickly taste to it. I find it foul. After you kill these enemies, I suggest you do not eat them. Husk Warrior. The remains of a bug animated by a strange force wields a nail and shell. Softened by generations of luxury, these bugs lack claws or armor or venom. Those who wish to protect themselves are forced to fashion weapons from stone, ore, or shell. Husk Guard. The remains of a great Hollowness crossguard, animated by a strange force. Instinct still drives it to guard its post against intruders. What is this that I am getting annoyed about? Nothing important. Larger and stronger than their brothers, these bugs are still forced to steal their weapons from the remains of other creatures. Do not roam or hunt, forever standing guard and lashing out at anything that wanders near. Entombed Husk. Mummified remains, deformed and enraged by infection. Inside these shambling corpses is the bright light that pierces any darkness. I peered inside that light once and saw something within it shining back. Something terrible. That hints towards the radiance. False Knight. A maggot driven mad by a strange force, inhabits a stolen armored shell. Weak creatures love to steal the strength of others. Their lives are brief and fearful, and they yearn to have the power to dominate those who have dominated them. Maggot. The weakest members of the kingdom of Hollowness, generally looked down upon and forced to do menial labor. Consisting mainly of sweet fat, these helpless creatures make excellent provisions for long journeys. Best roasted over open flame. If they try to bargain for their life, just ignore them. They have nothing to offer. Menderbug. A member of an elusive guild of bugs fixated on the maintenance of Hollowness' many signs and wayposts. The bugs of Hollowness were obsessed with building things. What strange little minds they had. Life Seed. Small scuttling seed filled with lifeblood, which can be extracted and consumed for its healthful properties. The bright liquid inside of these fellows is delicious, and drinking it will make you feel stronger. I wonder how my own innards taste. Would it be a heinous thing to try and drink some? Balder. Rolls into a ball and propels itself at intruders who wander into its territory. Aggressive even when newly born. Younger hunters delight in catching these creatures and rolling them around for sport. I encourage you to indulge yourself if the fancy strikes you. Elder Balder. Bulky and covered in thick plating, retracts into itself when attacked. As they age, these creatures become too heavy and lumpy to roll around freely. Instead, they curl up and hide from the world. What do they think of in there, wrapped up inside of themselves? More carefree times, perhaps. Moss creep. Weakling that covers itself in leaves to appear larger, hides amongst the undergrowth. I used to think these things were merely ambling plants. When I learned they were actually living creatures, I began to kill them on sight. This is the nature of the hunt. Mossfly. Winged weakling that covers itself in leaves to appear larger, hides amongst the undergrowth, fleeing if predators draw near. They spend their whole lives hiding or fleeing. How sad. Or perhaps that is the life they chose for themselves, and they enjoy it. It is a strange thought, but not impossible. Mosskin. Plant-like bug that charges at foes when close. They can be hard to spot amongst the foliage until you get too close and they suddenly come charging at you. Tread carefully. Volatile mosskin. Plant-like bug swollen with infection. Releases deadly gas when threatened. The gas that seeps from their growth smells invitingly sweet, but it will burn through shell and flesh if you get too close. Fool Eater. Carnivorous plant that snaps at any creature that comes close. You really would have to be a fool to be tricked by a plant. Yeah, right. Squid. Charges at prey with its needle-like proboscis. When they lunge at you, don't panic. Stand your ground and strike back as they come close. Yep. Ubble. That slow flying bug frequently discharges the acidic liquid stored in its round body. Does it realize what a nuisance it is, drifting around, spilling its noxious juices everywhere it goes? If you see any, make sure to kill them. Gulka. Aggressive plant life that retracts protectively when danger is near. Spits hard spiky balls when foes are at a distance. Its leaves are dry and bland, but the bud is unpleasantly sour. But oh, the venom in those balls it spits, exquisite. If you have some time to spare, try drinking some and enjoy the effects. Probably gets you high or something. Maskfly. Harmless flying creature that favors serene environments, usually travels in flocks. They all keep lookout for danger when one flies away, the rest do as well. I wonder how it feels to have the protection of a pack. Moss Charger. Timid creature that frightens away intruders by covering itself in huge clumps of moss. It's small, but it finds a lot of courage and strength once it covers itself in foliage. And I can understand the desire to camouflage oneself. Ah, that's a hint to his true form. Neat. Massive Moss Charger. Family of creatures that have learned to bulk up with moss and live as one. There is strength in numbers, yes, but these creatures never had much strength to begin with. Cut through their trickery. Already did. Moss Knight, protector of the green path, trained in the ways of the nail and shell. They hide as bush mounds and look soft, but beware these warriors. They are relentless in combat, fiercely guarding something hidden deep in the green path. Mossy Vagabond. Lazy, portly mosskin, easily swayed by others. Slow, fat, and easily vanquished. Common threads in those who forget their calling and forsake their duties. And Durandoo, simple walking creature encased in a hard shell, often found wading in shallow pools of acidic water. One of the few creatures that can survive in the rivers of harsh, acidic water that flow around us. Where does this creature come from? It bubbles and spits with a seething hatred of the living. Duranda, simple flying creature protected by a spiky shell. This thinks itself fully protected and so is unconcerned by passers-by. Attack its face and teach it that nothing is ever safe. I like how these notes they don't even show up until you've actually know their weakness and can kill them. Luba, passive glider that prefers to dwell near acid waters. What a carefree life led drifting above us all. If one ever comes too close to the ground, though. Charged Lumafly. When threatened, they cluster together, generating electricity. They usually drift about peacefully, but sometimes they cluster together and spit out a sharp, crackling flash that will stun and burn even large beasts like myself. Watch closely for an opening and move past them quickly. Uoma. Smallest jelly form, passive and unaware, but pulsing with a dangerous electric charge. The spirit of a dead ancestor, the brain of a larger creature allowed to drift free, an egg searching for a safe place to spawn. I have no idea what this is. Uoma. Passive outer being, protecting an aggressive, explosive core. Ghastly, eerie creature made out of black, thick liquid. They can peer right through them and can't see where they keep their thoughts. I don't trust them at all. Keep away. Umu. Intelligent being that guards the inner chamber of the teacher's archives. The canyon below us, the one thick with fog and crackling with strange energy. A hunter can lose their senses down there. Be careful. Strange and unnatural things lurk there. Ambloom. Simple-minded crawling fungus. Its cap is covered in a layer of hardened spikes. Lie on your belly, open your maw, and let this tasty morsel roll straight into your stomach. Fungling. Passive fungal balloon. Internal gases cause it to float. Just a child. It drifts about with eyes closed and an open mind. When I was young, my brothers and sisters and I would hunt each other in the nest. Now I hunt alone. He has family. Fungoon. Fully grown fungal balloon. Spits built up internal gases at aggressors. So round. I don't think I've seen a rounder creature than this. This world certainly hides some marvelous creatures. I must hunt them all down. Sporg. Detects nearby movement and fires out explosive spores that drift toward their target. If you're skillful, you can lead their spores back to them and watch them perish in the destruction of their own making. There's a lesson in that, I think. Fungified husk. The remains of a bug consumed by fungus frequently releases clouds of thick, deadly gas. The bugs of hollowness are so pathetic that being infected by poisonous fungi actually increases their chances of survival. They really are absurd creatures. Shroomling, young fungal creature, spends most of its time in the ground but can uproot and flee if it senses danger. Looks like an ordinary mushroom until you get close. Then it pops out of the ground and starts scurrying around blindly. Very, very amusing. Shroomel warrior, fungal creature that attacks intruders to protect its young. Something queer in the air has caused these mushrooms to grow hearts, minds, and even faces. This means they now fear for their lives, like all other living creatures. Shroomel ogre, huge fungal creature, attacks by spitting corrosive venom and slamming its body into foes. Are these hulking things beasts or are they mushrooms? I cut one in half and peered inside to find out, but could find no answers in its soft, stinking insides. Mantis youth, a member of a proud tribe fiercely protecting its territory, launches stinging attacks with its needle-sharp abdomen. As it grows, it loses the ability to fly. Passage into adulthood is often celebrated, but as time goes by, we realize what we have lost. Mantis warrior, proud member of a tribe, fiercely protective of its territory, launches savage attacks with its bladed forelimbs. If you venture too deep into the fungal forest, these warriors will stand in your way. What is it they guard deep at the bottom of their territory? The Mantis Lords, leaders of the Mantis tribe and its finest warriors. They bear thin nail lances and attack with blinding speed. The Mantis tribe and the bugs of old Hollowness had no love for each other. The Mantises outlived their rivals, though, and their civilization still stands. Husk Sentry. Enemy remains of a Hollowness sentry, still retains some memory of its former task. More skilled at combat than most bugs of Hollowness. They are nimble but lightly armored. Keep the pressure on them. Heavy Sentry. One of the few in Hollowness strong enough to wield a great nail. Surprisingly quick-witted for a corpse. It will try to catch you if you leap over it and can chase you if you flee. Enjoyable to hunt, but beware them in packs. Winged Sentry. Patrols the heights of the vast cavern in which the city was built. Dents through the air just out of reach until it spots an opening, then swoops in for a decisive strike. If you're confident, wait for it to come to you, then counterattack. Lance Sentry. Let's see, equipped with a nail lance. What is this? Sure does it thrust and shows its lance from a distance. The devious foe will often keep its distance and try to pick you off with its thrown weapons. When it charges at you, leap up and strike it down. I, never paid attention that these two are separate enemies. Alright, mistake. Give me a quick second. See, mistake. Once a highly intelligent bug deformed by the misuse of soul. These fools meddle with the soul of other creatures and lost their shape. Now they skulk through the shadows of their sanctum like slugs, hoping their old brothers will build them new bodies. Folly was a highly intelligent bug inflated by misuse of a soul. I've heard whispers that the secret these fools were searching for was immortality. To live forever. I've never heard of anything so obscene. Soul Twister. Highly intelligent bug that uses arcane knowledge to twist soul into vicious spells. I've heard others talk about soul, but I do not understand what it actually is. I do know that freshly killed meat tastes best. Is that because the soul still clings to it? Soul Warrior. Learned bug wielding a refined pin blade. Enhances its combat prowess with harvested soul. Where these strange warriors go, whispers follow them. Not only are they skilled with the nail, they can also use some strange power to shift suddenly from place to place. Stay on guard. Soul Master. Head of the Soul Sanctum, hoarded soul hoping to stave off Hollowness' affliction, but eventually became intoxicated by its power. The bugs of Hollowness tried all kinds of tricks and rituals and prayers to rid themselves of the infection, but to no avail. Perhaps the infection came from somewhere deep inside of them that they could not escape. Husk Dandy. Former member of Hollowness High Society, limited defensive ability. It seems the weakest, greediest members of Hollowness were also ones who exerted the most influence. Truly a kingdom that was always destined for ruin. Cowardly Husk. Former member of Hollowness High Society. Although made aggressive by the force inside, old instincts still occasionally compel it to run from danger. The fearful, cowardly nature of these Hollowness bugs perish even after death. It almost feels shameful to chase and cut them down. Gluttonous Husk. Former member of Hollowness High Society, uses its corpulent body as a weapon. As these bugs became wealthier, they hunted less and consumed more, eventually taking on a grotesque shape not unlike overripe fruit. Gorgeous Husk. Corpulent husk encrusted with a shining metal, retains the instinct to hoard geo. There is beauty in many things, reflections of light and water, the taste of freshly killed meat, the cry of a hatchling for its mother. I have never understood the lust for metals and stones, though. Great Husk Sentry. Anime remains of a great sentry, the most elite of the city's guards. Wields a great nail in a shell. Its powerful attacks cause heavy damage. An extremely rare thing, a bug of Hollowness that actually poses a threat. Watch them carefully as they can lash out quickly with devastating strikes. Watcher Knight. Discarded shell of Watcher Knight reanimated by a swarm of infected flies. When these silent warriors fell in battle, their bodies split open and strange bugs come flying out. I wonder, what will come flying out of me when I die? Will my hopes and fears drift away into the darkness? The Collector. Dark figure locked inside the Tower of Love. Preserves Hollowness creatures in glass jars of particular attention given to grubs. A shadow that sometimes flits through the caverns, making strange noises to itself. I've never seen it clearly, so I have no idea what type of creature it is. Bellfly. Thin wings hide a highly volatile belly. Will give its own life to protect its territory. An angry creature with no regard for its own life. A creature without fear. Can it truly be called prey? Pillflip. Cool. Odd creature that adapts to changing situations by flipping over and using the limbs on the other side of its body. Adaptability is an important survival skill. If a problem seems insurmountable, try approaching it from a different angle. Warp. Tiny and placid, but swells to enormous size when threatened. Extremely amusing creature. Blugsack. Placid but putrid creature holds rancid eggs within its gut. Easily tracked down if you have a sense of smell. Or hearing. I strongly suggest you do not eat its eggs. Dung Defender. Skilled combatant living at the heart of the waterways. Assails intruders with balls of compacted dung. Fighting for honor, with a U, or for loyalty. You may as well be fighting for dust. If you want to kill, do it for your own sake. That is the nature of a true hunter. Flukefei. Youngest of its species, its body is composed of teeth, wings, and stomach. Seems to want to latch onto any living thing that comes by with its sharp little teeth. It will leave its cousins alone, though, so it isn't completely mindless. Flukemon. Worm-like creature that prefers damp, dark habitats. Dangerous, unpredictable foes that infest the pipes below Hollowness capital. Even when it seems you've killed them, you need to stay on guard. Lukmunga. Aged fluke. Grown fat on the rich refuse found in the pipes below the capital. When the predators are too successful, the surplus food they eat becomes soft bulk wrapped around their bodies. Still, these creatures at least seem to make good use of their additional weight. Flukemarm. An insatiable breeder, has populated the waterways of this kind. Its insides double as a nest for young flukefeis. The desire to breed, the desire to leave behind a memory of ourselves in the shape of a child, seems to be etched deep into the heart of every living creature. I, too, have felt the pull of that base instinct. Shardmite. Feeds on crystal dust and uses crystallized spines to protect itself from danger. I don't find this creature particularly notable or interesting. It should learn to fly, or breathe flames, or sing hauntingly. Anything to justify its existence. But it's pretty. Glimback. Slow, hardy creature. The crystals that grow on its back provide extra protection from foes above. Large and well protected, but slow and docile. The bogs of Hollowness used to force these creatures to carry around their carts and machines. Crystal Hunter. Fire shards of fast-growing crystal at intruders. Make their homes all the way at the top of the world. Do they use the crystals willingly as weapons, or are they merely hosts and the crystals' parasites? Crystal Crawler. Discharges searing beams of light from the crystals on its back as it crawls around, seemingly unaware. These creatures look weak, but sometimes burning pillars of heat will burst out from the crystals they carry on their backs. Be wary and time your strikes well. Husk Miner. Remains of a bug drawn to the crystal peak for its precious crystal. Its claw pick now doubles as a fierce weapon. The bugs of Hollowness lusted after the strangest things in life. They would dig furtively through the dirt for stone, or and in particular the crystals that grow at the top of the world. Crystallized Husk. Remains of a bug who died amongst the crystals. Animated by a strange force, it attacks by firing beams of light from its crystallized arms. There is some strange power hidden in the crystals that grow up there in the peaks. They gleam and glow in the darkness. A bright point of searing heat in each one. They sing too if you listen, very softly. Crystal Guardian. A heavy-set miner, the crystal peak overcome by crystal growth, can discharge blazing beams of light from its crystallized limbs. How does the world look to this creature gazing out from within its crystal prison? Does it only see light? Is that what drives it into a frenzy? And now we're on to the infected crossroads stuff. Furious Vengefly. Vengefly whose body has been distorted by continued infection. Highly aggressive. The infection that passes from creature to creature grants strength and courage, but it also seems to enslave the will. Would you make such a bargain? Volatile Gruiser. Gruiser swollen with infection and primed to burst. Horrible goo and noxious gas has started leaking down from above. Is there a source of all this pestilence? If so, I haven't seen it. Violent Husk. Maddened by massive infection, charges at enemies with no thought for its own preservation. The bugs of Hollowness were twisted out of shape by that ancient sickness. First they fell into deep slumber. Then they awoke with broken minds. Then their bodies started to deform. Slobbering Husk. The body of a bug completely consumed by infection. Spits corrosive liquid. The infection that swept through Hollowness so long ago. They say the harder you struggled against it, the more it consumed you. Dirt Carver. Swarming predator of the deep nest. Burrows through the ground and bursts out to surprise prey. Springy and vicious, these hunters will try to overwhelm you with numbers in the dark, tight, twisting caverns they carve through the ground. Always be on your guard. Carver Hatcher. Flying creature that fires out dirt carvers from its body when potential prey comes close. Are these creatures the mothers of the dirt carvers? They appear only loosely related, but then how did the dirt carvers get inside of the hatchers? A confusing situation. Garpede. Giant burrower covered in thick shell plates, tirelessly travels the tunnels of Deep Nest. Monstrously strong, they shrug off any attacks you make on their thickly armored bodies. Luckily, if you simply avoid their paths, they'll leave you alone. Corpse Creeper. Parasitic beast that controls the body of its host after the host's death. The beasts of this land have found plenty of ingenious hiding places, but none so clever as the body of another creature. If you happen on such a beast, rejoice. You've hunted 2 creatures at once. Deepling. Infant of the Deep Nest. Scuttles about in the darkness, learning the layout of its home. The Deep Nest is a dangerous place to hunt, but rewarding. Keep an eye out for weaker creatures you can pick off and eat. Keep your strength up in the darkness. Deep Hunter. Crawls along the walls and roofs, spitting burning venom at anything that passes by. They can be hard to spot as they flitter in and out of the darkness. Watch for their glowing eyes. Little Weaver. Nimble spider that traverses its domain on thin strands of web, often waits in ambush. They can appear from the darkness at any moment. They seem to fly through the air, dancing on invisible strings as they silently stalk prey. Stalking Devout. Worshippers of Hera the Beast. Shield themselves with hard-plated foreclaws and lash out suddenly to cut down prey. Powerful, well-armored, and fast. These are no mere beasts. Study their movements and watch carefully for an opening. Nosk. Mimics the shape of other creatures to lure prey to its lair. In the deepest In the deepest darkness, there are beasts who wear faces stolen from your memories and pluck the strings in your heart. Know yourself and stay strong. Shadow Creeper, found only in deep, dark places, has never been observed to eat or drink anything. This little creeper is weak and poses no threat. But something about it still unsettles me. The way it moves and the noises it makes are strange somehow. Lesser Mawlek attacks by spitting acid and slashing with foreclaws. If you try to keep your distance, it will spit sticky, burning globs of vile stomach juice. Move in and strike decisively. Mawlek, large, immobile creature, wildly spits venom when intruders pass by. How this foolish creature lose its legs? I suppose it's possible to lose anything if you really try. Brooding Mawlek, fierce but extremely social creature, becomes aggressive if not able to mingle with its own kind. I hear this beast crying sometimes as I prowl the caverns, though I never actually laid eyes on it. Who or what is it calling for? As far as I can tell, its voice is never answered. Lightseed, a single-celled organism, completely infected, scurries about simple-mindedly. Strange air has been seeping down from above for years. Some of the air became liquid, and some of that liquid became flesh, and some of that flesh came to life. I don't know what to make of it. Infected balloon, single-celled infection, has simple-minded and can float using internal gases. The infection creeping through the kingdom's dead veins. Does it have a mind? Does it produce soul? Is it truly alive? Broken vessel, shattered corpse reanimated by infected parasites. The shape of this creature, I have seen something like it before, more than once perhaps. It looks like the bugs of Hallownest, but not quite the same. Where do these empty little wanderers come from? Boofly, large dice-saw creature that peacefully buzzes around the caverns of the Kingdom's Edge. Too slow to escape you and too large to hide from you. This prey will not challenge you, but sometimes it is good to take things easy. Primal Aspid, wilder ancestral form of the aspid. Once thought extinct, they have reappeared at the edges of the world. These cruel foes will ambush you and relentlessly attack with their searing venom. How strange that their descendants are so weak. If I have children, I hope they will be stronger than me. Hopper, leaps at prey and uses its sharp proboscis to drain vital fluids. This hopping thief's belly is full of blood it has stolen from other beasts. If you hold it above a fire, the belly will grow and grow until it explodes in a streaming shower of fluids. Good to know, dude. Great Hopper leaps around the edge of the world trying to crush prey beneath its body. A worthy foe, surprisingly nimble for its size. Either keep your distance or try to dance between its hops and strike at its legs. Grub Mimic assumes the shape of a harmless creature to lure prey, luring enemy close by pretending to be a weak little grub. Very cunning. Unfortunately for them, I eat these grubs as soon as I see them. Hideling, small so the hive's inhabitants, carries out simple tasks. Weak but hard-working and numerous, their hairy little bodies are filled with thick, sweet golden liquid. Good to keep a few on you for long hunts. Hive Soldier defends the hive against intruders with its extendable stinger. Savage and dedicated warriors, be prepared to fight them to the death if you plan on invading their home. Hive Guardian protects the hive by hurling its huge body at intruders. Like their smaller kin, their only instinct is to protect the hive at any cost of themselves. Somewhat clumsy, they'll often damage the structure of the hive when charging at intruders. Does this cause them shame? I do not know whether they have the capacity for such a thing. Husk Hive. Cowardly husk, its body colonized by hivelings. Did the hivelings build their nest around this sorry bug, or did the bug squeeze its body into their nest? Either way, they seem happy enough together. Hive Knight, loyal protector of the hive's queen, flightless but ferocious in battle. Some creatures are born with duties and loyalties marked inevitably upon their minds. They are strong, but they are also slaves. Yeah, these guys are not succumbed to the infection if you look at it by their eyes not being orange. These guys are fucked, though. Anyway, Spiny Husk. Overgrown with vegetation, it attacks by firing sharp spines from its body. The spines they fire seem to be mildly poisonous. Don't use them to clean between your fangs after eating. Loodle. Inhabitants of the wilds beside the Queen's Gardens. Not aggressive in nature, but its wild bouncing behavior can be dangerous. Seems like their energy is limitless. Do they ever stop to sleep, or eat, or love? Mantis petra. Lurks amongst foliage and attacks by flinging wind sighs from a distance. They will harass you from afar, so get close and strike quickly. Their bodies are brittle and will easily fall to your nail. Mantis traitor. Once a member of the Mantis tribe, now cast out and driven mad by infection. Oh, so these guys are infected, but they don't have the orange eyes. Well, the Traitor Lord does. Belonging to a tribe, or not belonging. I don't really understand what the difference is or how it works. I have no tribe of my own. Traitor Lord. Deposed Lord of the Mantis tribe. Embraced the infection and turned against his sisters. Let's see, I have felt that desire, the desire to take the infection into myself, to become stronger, more powerful. These thoughts haunt my dreams during the darkest nights. A false hope, but it can burn so brilliantly in one's mind. And we're on to the Colosseum stuff. Hardened Balder bred for battle in the Colosseum of Fools, tougher and more aggressive than its wild ancestor. These creatures, I have never seen one fully grown. I suppose they aren't allowed to live long enough to become adults. That makes sense. Armored Squid. Hardened Squid, bred for battle in the Colosseum of Fools, tougher and more aggressive than its wild ancestor. Strong and quick. When they rear back, either move out of the way or prepare to strike back. Battle. Raised in the Colosseum, although trained for combat, its movements and attacks are still haphazard. They have crafted a tiny mask for it. Is such an extravagance practical, I wonder? Oblabel. Larger cousin of Abel. Pairs with a mate for life and will never leave its side, having a mate by your side. One that will never leave you until death. Strange. No mate has ever come forth to stay by my side. Shielded Fool. Warrior fighting for glory in the Colosseum of Fools. Rarely approaches opponents with a shell held high. That Colosseum is a strange place where some bugs fight each other to the death and others watch. I don't understand such obscure rituals. If you venture in, stay on guard at all times. Sturdy Fool. Warrior fighting for the glory in the Colosseum of Fools. Uses crescent-shaped blades to cut down foes. You can hit this warrior spitting weapons out of the air, straight back into them. Useful if they manage to corner you. I actually didn't know that. Winged Fool. Warrior fighting for glory in the Colosseum of Fools. Flies just out of an opponent's reach, then darts in for the kill. What do they hope for, these warriors fighting in the Colosseum? Are they slaves? Or prisoners? Or do they freely choose to fight? Heavy Fool. Warrior fighting for glory in the Colosseum aggressively charges down foes. Large, bulky, and fighting for its life. Don't underestimate this fighter. It can slither around quickly despite its bulk. It also has a surprisingly beautiful face beneath its mask. So is it like a similar creature to this dude or something? I don't know. Anyway, Death Loodle. Loodle equipped with a helmet and taught to kill. They seem fierce, but they have a lot of difficulty aiming at their target. Watch their motions and strike when the opportunity comes. Take their helmet with you as a trophy. Volt Twister. Learned bug that adapted to the teachings of the Soul Sanctum into a deadly fighting art. Attacks with bursts of electricity. Supposedly lives on a diet of luma flies and spends his entire life fighting in the arena or meditating in seclusion. An odd foe. God Tamer. Veteran warrior of the Colosseum of Fools. Fights by the side of creatures she has trained. Some hunters train beasts to join them in chasing down prey. I tried it once, but couldn't resist the urge to test my companion's strength against mine. Pale Lurker. Forgotten champion of the Colosseum, drawn away by strange obsessions. This odd creature is unaffected by and unaware of the disease drifting through the caverns. Its madness is all its own. And Zote. A silver-colored knight of no renown, wields a nail carved from shellwood named Lifeender. Some rare creatures are so weak, so helpless, so inept, and so irritating that hunting them gives no pleasure. Grey Prince Zote. It even has like the dream stuff. Okay, they actually have their own little bits. Cool. Figment of an obsessed mind, lacks grace but becomes stronger with every defeat. My love, any creature who could bear to be away from you, who would willingly leave you behind or say unkind things to you. Pah, lowly magnets, not worthy of standing in your glorious shadow. She felt her cold body grow warm, a sensation she had almost forgotten. The Grey Prince, chapter 112. Winged Zotling. Figment of an obsessed mind. grudgingly assists its master in combat by lazily flying towards foes. She asked whether he had brought the charm for her as he promised he would, but then he explained. The charm was actually of low quality and not worth the price asked. She understood the wisdom of his decision perfectly. The Grey Prince, chapter 136. Hopping Zotling. Figment of an obsessed mind jumps about in a non-threatening manner, but they always just end up getting in the way. That lowly mapmaker's wife? Ha, my queen, how could you compare yourself to her? In the face of your intoxicating beauty, all of the females are merely dust. The Grey Prince trembled with anger and indignation and love. The Grey Prince, chapter 178. Moving on. 0. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior executed for crimes against the king. A life defined by tragedy and triumph. A death marred by sorrow and regret. A spirit burdened by sins and memories. Better to wander the world than be cursed with glory. Gorb. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior, a mysterious life form that claimed to contain all the world's knowledge inside of its intended brain. I am Gorb! Quote by Gorb. Elder Hu. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior. Traveled the world tending to those affected by the plague. Never forget what was once lost. Yet do not let it tie you down. Elder Hu. Marmu. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior, protector of the Queen's Gardens. If you believe something as hard as you can, with your eyes shut tight, eventually it'll come true. Marmu. No Eyes. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior, disappeared during the plague. They're coming. What's inside of you? Strip it out. Galeen. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior, trained in the wilds bordering the kingdom, hoping to become a knight. A knight strives not only to protect the land and its people, but the hopes and dreams of the kingdom. Galeen. Markov. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior, only member of his forgotten tribe to take up a weapon. May your efforts lead you somewhere worthy. Markov. Grimkin Novice. Young and playful member of the Grim Troop. As part of the ritual, it gathers scarlet flame within its torch. It will relinquish the flame once defeated. Shadows dream of endless fire. Flames devour and embers swoop. One will light the nightmare lantern. Call and serve in Grim's dread troop. The Grim Troop. Grimkin Master. Powerful and devoted member of the Grim Troop. As part of the ritual, it gathers scarlet flame within its torch. It will relinquish it once it's defeated. A spark of red lights darkest dreams, scarlet nightmares bright and wild. Visions dance and flames do speak. Burn the father, feed the child. The Grim Troop. Grimkin Nightmare. A terrifying member of the Grim Troop. As part of the ritual, it gathers scarlet flames within its torch will relinquish flame once defeated. Dance and die and live forever. Silent voices shout and sing. Stand before the troop's dark heart. Burn away the Nightmare King. The Grim Troop. Grim. Master of the Grim Troop. Through dream I travel, at lantern's call, to consume the flames of a kingdom's fall. And Nightmare King. Twisted specter of scarlet flame. The expanse of dream in past was split. One realm now must stay apart. Darkest reaches beating red. Terror of sleep, the nightmare's heart. Seer. Nail Masters Oro and Mato. Brothers of the Nail trained in combat by the great Nail Sage. Gods by toil and nail bound. Brothers sworn to guard the weak. Masters of the sacred ground, help us find the God we seek. Prayer to the Masters. Wingmold. A flight-like construct formed of white shell and dark liquid interior. The bugs of Holness believed that their king created this world and everything in it. For what purpose, I wonder? Were his subjects companions or toys or children? Such a mind seems unknowable. Royal Retainer, the most loyal and devout servants of the king. Simple, weak creatures find strength by forming a hive and obeying a ruler. Such creatures become the arms and teeth and claws of their monarch. King's Mold. Guard constructs of Holness Palace and skilled wielder of the curved claw blade. Its heavy white armor protects a fragile body. They say the old king died long ago, but his influence echoes around us still. A creature like that. What did he desire? Sibling. Fragment of a lingering will. Far down below us, beneath the kingdom, the air grows stiller and a sense of emptiness pervades. Can life flourish down there? If so, I will hunt it. Void tendrils. Fragments of void taking the shape of sharp, thrashing tendrils. The bugs of hollowness sometimes wondered whether there were other, older, stranger kingdoms deep below them. What strange fancies they had. That's probably why they were always so distracted and easy to kill. Hornet. Skilled protector of hollowness ruins. Wields a needle and thread. I have seen this nimble little creature. I thought her prey and pounced at her, but with a flash she stabbed me with her flying stinger and darted away. Could she be a hunter? Hollow Knight. Fully grown vessel carrying the plague's heart within its body. The old king of Hollownest. He must have been desperate to save his crumbling little world. The sacrifices he imposed on others, all for nothing. Radiance, the light, forgotten. The plague, the infection, the madness that haunts the corpses of Hollownest. The light that screams out from the eyes of this dead kingdom. What is its source? I suppose mere mortals like myself will never understand. Shade. Echo of a previous life, defeated to retake its power and become whole. Each of us leaves an important imprint of something when we die, a stain on the world. I don't know how much longer this kingdom can bear the weight of so many past lives. Hunter's Mark. The mark of a true hunter. I have no offspring, nor subjects, nor worshippers. The sum of my being, my learning, my instincts, I leave it all to you. Good luck, hunter. Seal of binding. Intricate seal of ancient design. Used to contain a powerful force or to preserve something of great importance. That was a lot of reading. See ya, hunter. Feels good to have that out of the way. We can focus on more important things. Like all those battles that we have to do. It's a good thing we have a quick way to get back, huh? It was Y. Yeah! Teleportation. Hello, let me in. Now, what we could do is try to beat these challenges. Now, out of curiosity, what does binding the nail do? Does it mean you can't use the nail at all, or are you weaker? Damn. I want to see if I can hit it with the thing. Yeah, I still don't know what the ceiling does. I also don't know what things I have equipped. Oh. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna look up what the nail sealing does, because I don't notice a difference. Unless it's damage. I don't got anybody that can let me know exactly what they do. Here we go. What do the bindings do? Soul binding restricts your soul to 32% of max. Nail binding makes your nail doing 1/4 of damage. Charm binding makes you unable to use charms. And mask binding limits you to 4 masks. Okie dokie. So our nail's only dealing 1/4 damage, which I think still makes it better than the nail at the very start of the game, funnily enough. But, oh, this guy. I got baited in that one. Nice. The final one is going to be real tough, though, with our current setup. We are not optimal at the moment. And just charge up the hearts. There we go. Okay, this gives me a chance to actually re-equip my stuff. We'll keep quick focus, because that is just a very good one. But, we're gonna have issues with some of this stuff, so let's do this and this. This will give us a lot of passive damage, although our range will be massively reduced. We will have a lot more survivability. And I believe this stacks with the Grim Child as well as Weaver's Song. Let's go. Passive damage for the win. Yeah, I don't think his damage is reduced, which is perfect. It's only the nail damage. So we'll just have to stack up the passive damage. Still think the Nail Master is going to be one of the tougher ones. Round 2, baby. Yeah. Nice. him. Oh, we got him. Going well so far, this combo. Aye. Thou return to this pantheon, though thou hast already ascended to its height. Be this some strange way of drawing thyself closer to the gods, or do thee test thyself for sport? Good question. Whoosh. I come to challenge you. I'm going to be having a lot of fun on this part. Ah! Nice. That kind of worked out pretty well. The hard part is the one where you have limited hearts and stuff. Man, it takes 16 minutes to do the whole thing. If I want to do a lot of these, it's gonna be tough. Oh, the charms one is gonna be probably one of the more difficult ones. Let's see what we can do. Oops. Nice. Yeah, the Nail Masters without the passive damage or any of our charms and stuff, that's going to be the hardest, I think. Nice. This boy now. Probably the fastest way to beat him. Actually using nail arts for once. Ooh. Hornet time. Hmm. I don't remember her being able to go off the walls like that. But I guess she can do that. Punished. Yeah. Well, looks like we could fill up our soul here, so that's good. Ooh, got hit. Nice. Dung Defender. Let's go. Bring it. I got a stray hit on him. Did not handle that one well. Kinda sucks how he has a little bit extra hitbox on that throw, but it is what it is. Used up a little bit of soul. Nice. Doing good. Although the hard one is the hard fight is the final fight. Hello. All right, let's try it. Let's see how good we do. Brotherly teamwork time. Nice. I think we basically got it. Fuck. Thank goodness. Got it. Charmless done. Might as well just complete this this set of Pantheons tonight. Alright. Minimal shell. Let's go. I don't trust my ability to be able to do all of it. Minimal soul and minimal heart at the same time. I kind of wish they just got rid of the hearts rather than making them have like a special color. Because it's a little misleading in my opinion. Like, I realize like they're not allowed. just get rid of it. That was quick. This setup has a lot of DPS. I expected it to just dash. Like it. Didn't get low enough. Hey, Hornet. I gotta be extra careful. We basically just have to be extra safe with our hearts. And we should be fine. Nicked him once. Where'd he go? Dude, he got stuck under the map for a second, I think. But at least he recovered. Oh boy. I lost track of where I was on the map. That's usually a bad sign when that happens. But thankfully I didn't die. Okay, for bosses it only deal 1 damage. Hello. Hey again. Wow, it's fast. That was really fast. Fuck! What a waste of time! Alright, I thought I'd be able to get, like, some of that done, but pretty late. We're learning the systems, at least. So, yeah, perfect place to call it a night. Another silent day. But, we keep going. Till next time, have a good night.